I think there are a couple reasons. Definitely, it's a really tough environment that we live in with lots of temptation and lots of, cravings. And I think probably people come out of the gate pretty strong, but they're eating stuff that they don't love and they get stuck in a rut and they don't know how to branch out and keep it interesting for the long term. So I think kind of maybe just getting bored with what it is that you're eating and not having enough variety or go-to recipes. I'm always recommending that you fill your life with great substitutes that bust those cravings. So if it's something salty that you want, if you're craving fries, I've got this amazing baked carrot fries recipe that is this healthy alternative to a French fry. So super simple to make. Cut up those carrots, toss them in olive oil, salt, pepper, bake those up, and it's so healthy, this alternative. Now that alone is a great idea. Then I like to take it up a notch. So I've partnered it with Bolthouse Farms yogurt-based dressings as dipping sauces. So these are these lower calorie, lower fat options in amazing flavors like ranch, blue cheese, balsamic. So now you're taking those carrot fries and you're dipping them in these sauces and you're having fun. Your family will love it, even my kids love it, and it never gets boring because you can keep switching it up, feeling good about it. I love to recommend that people start thinking about something that's real popular right now. It's called zoodles. Zoodles are zucchini spiralized into noodle shapes and then quickly fried up or quickly, cooked up in some olive oil, and they take on the flavor and the texture of actual noodles. And they are very easy to make, very fast to make. So I made a sort of like a faux fettuccine Alfredo today using zucchini noodles to swap out that pasta. And then I used creamy roasted garlic dressing as my sauce. Then on top of that, I can do whatever I want. So I've got that sort of fettuccine Alfredo, that zoodle Alfredo base. Here I've put some tomatoes and basil. You can throw on a little grilled shrimp or grilled chicken to keep it interesting and always keep, changing it up. So this is gonna really, really bring down the calories and fat for you because of these simple swaps that we're making, and it's easy and fast. Yes, that's a great way to think of it. It is. It's a food fest. And I think a lot of people think that you have to bring something unhealthy. So what I've given you is a healthy substitute. I always think of big game equals wings. So I brought my personal baked wing recipe, which has a little secret to it. I actually marinate my wings in a yogurt-based ranch dressing first for a couple of hours. And the yogurt enzymes actually break the meat down just a little bit, making it very tender, so that when you bake them, they're tender on the outside and crispy on the tender on the inside, crispy on the outside. So I marinate them, then I toss them in the buffalo sauce and then bake them. So they're not fried, they're a much healthier option, and people go crazy for them, and they have no idea that this is a much healthier option. I pair that up with a giant vegetable platter, again with some really interesting dipping sauces. I did like a honey ranch, and I have a cilantro avocado here to keep it interesting. And I can't tell you how happy people are to see a vegetable platter. I know it sounds like, oh, I would never bring that. No, they're so thrilled, and my stuff always ends up being the first to go because they're so glad to have a healthy option. So don't be afraid to bring something healthy and delicious at the same time to the big game. You are going to want to visit us at Bolthouse Farms on Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, at our website. You'll find all of the recipes that we talked about today, plus more. We're keeping it fresh all the time to give you ideas to keep it, lower calorie, lower fat, and keep it interesting across, to give you guys some consistency so you can keep losing that weight.